Hey guys, welcome back to our series on plugins. So as we continue, the next plugin we are looking at is Tasty Recipes. This one can give you recipe ideas, meal plans and cooking tips from Tasty Recipes millions of user database. So before we start, I've enabled the plugin, I've installed it, you can do that too. And once that is done, let's get started with this one. So the first thing I wanted to do here was to explain what it can do. So it is now known as Recipe Retrieval Plugin. It is a tool that helps you find drink, food and meal options and recipes. Here is how you can use it currently. It supports two recipes. One is searching recipe. Let's assume you want to search a recipe for pasta. You can do that too using the food query, or you can get the recipe details. So basically the example I have is search recipe for vada pav, or if you don't understand what vada pav is, you can just basically say replace vada pav with hash brown burger and see what's the recipe for it. So let's copy this prompt, pasta, and let's say this, right? So you can say pasta with marinara sauce, right? You can mention that, or if you want pesto or alfredo, you are free to change whatever you want. So I just wanted to show the example that how it would work. So yeah, it basically is showing you how to prepare the ravioli for it, and it's showing up the next follow-up procedures. But one more thing I wanted to mention while we go through this is do not mention what you don't want it to contain, right? So if you say I don't want it without meat or any of the negative queries, it can't support at the moment. Similarly, if user requests ingredients or recipe instructions, so do not make up ingredients or recipe instructions, and only provide ingredients or instructions if user explicitly asks it. So let me show you what it meant by it. And sometimes you also get this error. So plugin does not allow the negative terms in your query like no meat or related recipe. If you have a complex query and you get an error response too large, break down your queries to see if it can answer that. So that's one thing I wanted to mention, and I will have the slides uploaded for you for reference, but this plugin documentation might change. So from the last time I've used, they have already changed some of the APIs and some features twice, so they might change it again. So just saying this is not permanent, this might get changed. So one way is you can always ask, tell me how to use the Tasty Recipes plugin. So if you click on this, you basically know the API calls it made, what was the query, how query was translated into the API call, and how the response was generated. So this can give you that if you want, if you are someone interested in technical aspects of it. If not, these are the links you get. So then let's move on to a second query. I want more data on recipes. So let me say, give me the recipe for hash brown burger, right? So let's assume hash brown burger, how we can make it. Or you can basically also mention any meat you want. So I'm not too familiar with the meat term, so I haven't added it. But if you know how that's done, you can always do it. So it's basically giving 12 servings, 20 minutes, what's the cooking time, total cooking time, what ingredients are needed, what preparation are needed. Yeah, this is for someone who does not have time to go through your popular chefs or masterchef YouTube channels to learn how they are made. If you are looking for a quick write-up of how to do it, that this plugin might be of help to you. So yeah, it's giving us something from McD but with a twist from melty cheese or something. But if you click on this, it takes you to their website with all the ingredients listed here. So you can either search their website, but if you want to access it from the ChatGPT, this plugin might be useful for you, and you will have access to this slides for your reference. I hope this helps. Thank you for joining.